Okay, so by doing this in the morning, you are helping the toxins come out, and you are giving a bit of a reboot to the system to say, okay, now, let's clean up, let's start, being active again. You can also do oil pulling. You can take some sesame oil, put it in your mouth, swish it around, and you can basically, um, uh, by doing this for a little while, when you will spit it out, you will see that it will be white or milky color. And this oil pulling will take away a lot of the toxins in your system. Okay. And also, this oil pulling and swishing around of the oil in your mouth is very good for gums, to keep your gums healthy. So you will not um, have receding gums as you age, and basically it's very good to keep your gums healthy. We usually forget the gums. Next, you rinse your face with cold water, and also in Ayurveda we use a lot rose water. Okay, so rose water, it's very, very invigorating, very refreshing. So if you have some rose water, put some rose water on your face. And then we do what is called nasya. That means we put drops, uh, uh, we put drops into our nose. Okay, so you have a nose dropper. Okay, and you either have ghee, okay, liquid ghee, and you put a couple of drops in each nostril. Okay, it lubricates inside the nasal cavities. It helps with keeping the bacteria at bay. It also helps a lot with sinus. Okay, so if you have a lot of problems with sinus, doing nasya in the morning will be very, very good for you. And then after your nasya, you can apply some essential oils to your body. So we apply oil to the body. If you're a vata, it's very good that you apply sesame oil and try to keep it a little bit warm. Yeah, keep it at body temperature, and just apply upward strokes of oil to your body from the feet going up towards your head. Huh? Not after the bath, but before. Okay, just do the oiling before your bath. A lot of people put oil after the bath. This, why we do it? Because we want this sesame oil to go inside and pull out the toxins from the body and wash it out with water, and when you bathe. All right, so the reason why we do the oiling of the skin is to again help the skin detoxify. Now, Pitta people, it's good to use almond or coconut oil in the summer months, because sesame oil is too heating, and it's better. It works better for them. Kapha people, they can use sesame oil, warm sesame oil, or even mustard oil in the winter. Okay, and in the summer as well, because they are the heaviest and they need more this heating oil to come and bring out stuff from the system. After all this oiling and washing and self-care, you can have a shower, obviously. And there's a part of Ayurveda where you have to take some time to oil your feet. That means massage the soles of your feet very well, and put a few drops of oil on the top of your head, where a lot of the this part of the head, the top of the head, gets very, very dry from overthinking, from being on the computer all the time. It's just that for some people, putting oil makes their hair oily and they don't look very nice. They don't like it. But try once or twice a week to apply oil at the crown of your head. It will help you become more relaxed. So after that, around 5:30 or whatever time you wake up, after half an hour of getting ready and applying all these oils and cleaning yourself out, it's a time that you can sit in meditation. If you practice meditation, or if you don't, try to get more connected with a meditative aspect. This is a time when it's easier to meditate because you came out of the sleep, your mind is fresh, and meditation is much better at that time. Practice some pranayama or kriya or whatever it is that you practice in the morning. So do some breathing. And if you have a moment, you can set an intention for the day. So say, today I'm going to try not to get whatever. Uh, uh, I'm going to try not to get upset, or today I will be calm, or whatever you want to do. Just set an intention if you want to. Okay, is there any questions here? Does anybody have any question about the oiling and the whatever?
I have a question. When we do the nasya, did you say that it's best to do it with just with warm liquid ghee, or is it okay if we put essential oils in the ghee, or how is it?
It's best to keep it pure. Okay, so keep the ghee. You know, if you take the ghee, or sometimes you can buy nasya oil, which is already it's a already ready nasya oil. Yeah, it's just they do nasya for vata, for pitta, for kapha. But if you don't have, you can just put ghee. And also it's good to put little oil in your ears. Basically, you should oil all your openings, they say in Ayurveda. Also to put castor oil in the anus, they say, because it pulls out a lot of the parasites and the stuff that are there. So, and also put castor oil in your navel. It helps your digestion also. Okay, so oiling the body, and then doing your meditation, and then basically just getting on with the rest of the day. So if we can put the rest again, the daily routine back on, we will go through it. So we will see that around 5:30 to 6, the kapha elements, that means the heavy aspect, becomes more prominent. The earth and water element becomes active. So what do? To counterbalance this heaviness that sets in, we do some yoga, or we do some exercise. Yeah. So you do the yoga to take away this kapha, to take away this heaviness from the body, to activate it. And you do maybe 20 minutes, 15 minutes, as much. You can do a few asanas. You don't have to do like an hour of yoga. Okay. So after the yoga, you can have a light breakfast. And again, according to your constitution. So if you're kapha, you eat different. If you're vata, you eat different. If you're a pitta, you eat different, according to what is good for you and the tastes that are good for you. It is recommended that after the breakfast, you take a small walk so you can activate the digestion. And then you can get ready to go to work, do what you have to do. And again, choose the colors, choose the right color for the day. So if it's a heavy day, try to put something, if you're a kapha, it's good to put bright colors, and orange, or things that are more and give you more, take away this heaviness. If you're a pitta, you need cooling colors. So wear some blue, or something more pitta, not too heating. And if you're vatas are very creative. So, vatas, they're good with all the colors, but vatas need grounding. So vatas are good to wear neutral colors, or earth colors, so that they can come more in contact with the earth element, which is missing from them. So always think, what is it good for me today? What is it good color for me to wear today?
Effie? Να κάνω μια ερώτηση. I'm sorry, maybe I didn't hear it from the beginning. How does a person understand that is vata or pitta, or?
Well, we didn't go through that today, but there is a questionnaire that you can do. You can find it online. You can find it on my website. You can find it anywhere. You can go. You can find my Ayurvedic constitution, and you can there are body type quizzes, and you can go inside and put whatever is for you, and then the quiz will tell you if you have more vata, pitta, or kapha, or if you're a combination or not. This is easy to find out. Don't worry about that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is easy. I can send you a questionnaire. You can fill it in.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yes, thank
okay.
you.
Somebody else wants to ask a question, maybe. Okay. So we go. Let's say we go to work. We do whatever we have to do, and then we have a main meal. So around 10 o'clock in the morning, Pitta starts to become active. The sun comes out. You see sun, Pitta, fire. Yeah, you see the relation. So we become a little bit more active, sharp. We can think more with more clarity. Yeah. So you can put your, your main meetings of the day during the time of 10 and 2, let's say. And then if you have a lunch, try to have early lunch around 11 or 11:30. I find very early, but around 12:30 to 1 is a good time to have lunch. And again, after your lunch, whatever you decide is your lunch hour, try to take a short walk if you can. Or if you're in the office, walk around the office. I don't know. Try to not sit on your desk and eat. Try to eat, be completely present when you are eating, and then take a little walk after you have eaten. Okay. Now, if you want to take a little zap of energy, and if you have this type of ability, after eating, it's good to lie down on your left side, and digest. If we lie on our left side, it's easier to digest the food. Most people, though, don't have this ability to lie down, and so, but if you can, and you can have a little lunch nap just after your little walk, lie down on your left side, take a few breaths, and let the food become more digested, and then get on with your work. And around 2 o'clock, vata again becomes active again. You see, 2 o'clock in the morning, it became active. And then 2 p.m., it becomes active again. And usually at that time, we feel that there's an energy dip. Some people feel that their energy drops. Yeah. So observe it. Observe what happens to you between 2 and 6 and see if you can feel this. It's good to have light dinner before sundown if you can. If not, then of course, have it when you have it. And the main meal of the day that should be quite more heavy is the lunch one. The evening meal should be light because it's vata time. Yeah, the time is vata. Yeah. And then if you eat during kapha time, it has to be even lighter because already the energy is heavier. Yeah. So around 6, again, it says take a walk after your dinner, if you can, of course. And then we go to the Ratri Charya, which is the evening routine. And we have evening self-care. Okay, so if you have missed the morning routine, you can sometimes do an evening routine. You don't have to do both. I rarely have met people that do both. People that do both, they shine like diamonds, but not everybody has this luxury to do both. So there is the evening routine where we use this garshana, this raw silk glove, and we do dry brushing of the body. So you brush your body from down up, yeah, upward moving sweeps towards the heart. And then you apply warm oil like before, like in the morning. So you take warm oil, you warm the oil to body temperature, and you apply it on your body. Yeah. What happens? Applying warm water to the body is very soothing to the nervous system. It is very invigorating for the joints. and it takes away a lot of the dryness, because during the day you've had a lot of mental activity and there's been a lot of wear and tear. So if you give a light warm massage to yourself in the evening, you will feel more calm. It will calm you down. Yeah. So then we say okay, basically you brush your teeth. Again, you use the tongue scraper, and you scrape your tongue as many times as you can, 7 to 14 times as per Ayurveda, but it's up to you. And then there's a very important utensil called the neti pot, where we use warm water, lukewarm water with a little bit of salt, and we clean the nostrils, okay? But there is a technique, basically, and you can use the technique. And this technique is not difficult. It's just that basically you need a neti pot. You need one of these things to clean your nostrils, and you clean it again to keep your sinuses clean, to help yourself fight against cold and flu, and it keeps the nervous system very calm also. Yeah. So neti pot is very good, but you must remember to dry your nostrils after doing the neti pot wash. Okay, so don't keep the nostrils wet. You have to then blow out your nostrils a few times to make sure that they dry up inside after doing the neti pot. In most yoga schools, they teach how to use the neti pot. If you don't know, you can ask someone. Someone can help you, or I can online if you like. There's no problem, or offline if we are in the same country. And then again, you can do the oil pulling or whatever. Have a warm shower, take some tea, and try to stay offline. Try to not be on the internet, to have too much stimulation. You can read, you can do some meditation, you can write a few things. And it's very good to end the day with breathing, doing a lot of breathing. It is very calming for the emotional body. Okay. And try to get to bed as early as you can. Okay. So you can have restorative sleep. If you go to bed during Vata time or towards the time of Vata, it is a very active energy, and there is a lot of movement, and you cannot sleep well, or at least your sleep is not restorative if you sleep after 1 or 2 p.m. It's not good quality sleep. So good quality sleep is any time around 10 onwards, where Pitta is helping, is a good energy for good sleep. Yeah. So that's it for the daily routine. Now we can chat or ask, or maybe you can ask whatever you ask, or we can interact so that it's not me talking all the time. So in a nutshell, this is the daily routine. Yeah. Okay.
Effie, what do you say about sorry.
Yeah, okay.
What do you say about
First of
the
all,
heavy meals? Heavy breakfast.
Heavy meals.
Yes, for
heavy
breakfast.
Meals. Heavy breakfast. It depends. If you're a Vata, you can have heavy breakfast. Yeah. If you're a Vata, you need good food to ground you, to give you energy to go forward with the day. If you're a Kapha, you can skip breakfast, because Kaphas can go also with fasting for many days. Yeah. But it's always good to give yourself something to jumpstart the digestive system in the morning. So according to your constitution, you will choose a breakfast that is calming and soothing and beneficial for your body type. Yeah. And also the other day we did the tastes. Always try to put the tastes that are good for your system. Also, in the morning, it's very good to have something warm. Yeah, because in this kapha time, this heavy time, we need something warm. Yeah, to take away this heaviness and to and also the digestive system doesn't work well with cold, frappe, these things that we drink in Greece. And try to give yourself something warm. Ayurveda says it's very good to have cooked apples in the morning. They are very good for the digestive system, so you could always try that. And also, go about and do your research and see what's good for you. But try to have your heaviest meal during lunchtime. Yeah, not at night. In Greece and in Cyprus, we have a very heavy meal, sometimes very late at night. It's really not good. Okay, and as we age, it's harder and harder and harder to digest. And in Ayurveda, they say also to keep one day of the week to do complete fasting, which really heals the digestive system. Yeah. So I hope I answered some.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Effie, can I ask a question on the back of this one? What is your opinion of heavy Vata constitution doing fasting? Is it because I know that it's not really, it's far more beneficial for Kapha to do the fasting, but is it acceptable?
Vata should not, sorry, Vata cannot take fasting for many days, or it can do juice fasts, yeah, can do, but it's good for Vata to have some consistency, something, to eat something, maybe a fruit, yeah, or to fast on one, like a mono diet or something. But for Vata, they will disappear into air and space. So, and always, depending on what your Ayurvedic doctor recommends, it's better to follow the guidelines of a doctor, because you might be a Vata, but you might need some nutrients that, because of your specific constitution, you cannot go on a full fast. And I recommend I recommend that you don't do full fasting unless you're a kapha. Yeah, you can do juice fasting, you can do liquid fasting, you can do mono diet fast, but full fasting for vatas, I don't think it's a good idea, because they need to get grounded, and food helps them. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Effie.
You're welcome. Somebody else?
Effie, I want to also ask something about this fasting.
Oh, who am I talking to?
No.
Bravo, Eleni. Okay.
I find that, like, when I do this kind of intermediate fasting, like daily fasting for some time, that I eat mostly fruits in the morning and no dinner, but just some small lunch. Would you recommend that would be possible, like, for all the doshas, or just like?
Because listen, some fruit are very acidic. Yeah. So if you're a pitta, yeah, you have to pick the right fruit. Yeah. So, or if you're a kapha, you might need to pick the right fruit that is good for kapha. Yeah, not just any fruit. This is the thing with the doshas. Yeah. So always try to give yourself what is needed. And if you feel that you want to fast, but then your body is hungry, give yourself some honey or some, you understand? You have to, don't go on this, heavy. And also, when you go into the fasting, prepare yourself to go into the fast. So cut out some things before you go into a full, let's say, fast, whether it's a juice fast or a fruit fast. Yeah. So you need to get to know yourself, your needs better, what foods are good or not good for you, and then go, sorry, my voice is, but go on a fast that is conducive to your well-being. Many people, that's why you have doctors, that's why you have people that give you guidelines, because if you go and think on your own, okay, I'm a kapha, I have to do, but you need to see your dosha and your sub-dosha as well, okay? You need to see, is it winter or is it summer, okay? And usually we do more fasting during spring and summer season rather than autumn and winter, okay? Many times the mental body is telling you, oh, I need to lose weight, I need to do this, I need to fast. No, also watch the season. Is this a good season? Is it the right time for me to start it? Shall I prepare myself for 1 week? And always in Ayurveda, we have a preparatory week. Like when we do Panchakarma, we prepare the body so that it can go into the detoxification week. And then after the detoxification week, so it's a period of 21 days, after the detoxification, we again prepare the body to go back to normal eating. So it's a whole story, yeah? So imagine you have a baby and you are giving it a type of milk, yeah? And then you want to change them. You have to give it this time to adjust, yeah? Because the baby is used to just, yeah? So your digestive system is the same. You need to be very, very aware of what's good for it, what's not good for it. Basically, okay, the less you eat, the better it is during detoxing. But if you're a vata, maybe you need to eat a little bit more. Or maybe add something that is needed so that you don't feel lightheaded or dizzy. Yeah. And go into it slower. A kapha, I am kapha, and I can go for 3 or 4 days without eating, I'm fine. Yeah. I have the power to do it, but someone who is vata and very fragile and very, no, they need some sustenance, yeah. And one very important thing to do while you are fasting is, if you are fasting, give yourself a lot of oiling, okay? You give yourself a lot of oiling. You oil your head, you oil your body daily, 2 or 3 times. So the body is receiving nutrients from the oiling. So the body is not feeling, it's getting nourished from the outside. It might not be ingesting food during the fasting, but the oiling is giving it this feeling that it's protected and that it's able to take the fast. And you will see, you will take a lot of teas during your fasting. If you're oiling yourself and taking the right foods or fasting on the right foods, you will not feel bad at all. Actually, you will feel amazing, and you will feel that all the emotions and the thoughts that you had have dropped off. The first 2 or 3 days are the problem, because your body is adjusting, but then you start to feel like this lightness. You feel this amazing, because all the bodies are releasing. It's not just your physical body that's detoxing. In Ayurveda, you detox your mind and you detox your emotion, and that's why now spring season, we go from one solstice to the other. So from 21st of March to about 21st of June is the optimum time to do panchakarma, to do detoxification practice, to even start a daily routine. A daily routine is like a small step towards being more aware of your needs, coming into this self-care. And then when you are ready to take the detox, you are already well prepared to go through a detox. Because when you are detoxing, a lot of your emotions will be coming out, a lot of your mental body will be going crazy. So you should be able to sit, do some yoga, do some meditation. Yeah. So start with a daily routine, and start with a daily routine for 21 days. This is the challenge. And if you can do it and you don't fall in front of your eyes that you can't do it for 21 days, then take the challenge and go and do the detoxification. So do small steps and self-knowledge. I'm a Kapha. I read up on Kapha. What is Kapha? I'm a Vata. I read up on Vata. I read up on the right foods. I do some testing with myself. And siga, we find the balance. And you need to give yourself time and not to push yourself. So if you start to feel that you can't do it, okay, so today I couldn't do it, but tomorrow I'm going to start again.
I have one last very quick question. That if someone is like too busy to do this whole daily routine for whatever reason,
Yeah.
would you recommend is better to do the morning self-care or the evening self-care or a little bit of both?
I think each and every one of us knows themselves better. So if you're a morning person and you have the willpower to get up and do it, I recommend that you do the morning. The morning will give you a lot of energy if you wake up early, and do the practices. Now, if you have kids that you have to get them ready to go to school, I understand that it's not so easy. So of course, then do a little bit in the morning and a little bit at night. And then if you can't do anything in the morning, definitely do something for yourself at night when the kids have gone to sleep. Yeah, you will definitely benefit whether you do morning or evening routine. And like I said, if you do both, you will be like a flower. But not everybody has that luxurious time to be, a narcissist and look after himself all the time. And it's good to be a narcissist. Actually, I look up to them because they look after their needs very well. But yeah, maybe take this intention. I want to be an Ayurvedic narcissist, and I want to, look after myself. It's a good thing for spring because it's the time that the body is ready to release and new cells to be born. So starting a daily routine now would be a good time to start. And then siga, you can take Panchakarma. Alkis is here. He's taken Panchakarma with me in Israel. He can also talk about it and say all about these benefits because he also experienced, so it's not just me.
Hello, everyone. Yes, I do remember 2 or 3 years ago when we did the Panchakarmas on 2 times I did it, especially the first time. There was a complete week and we went through it very well and in the right way. I felt totally rejuvenated after the Panchakarma week. So I thoroughly suggest it for everyone who has the opportunity to do it.
Definitely.
Effie, I also wanted to ask you, please, to remind us the Pitta, Kapha, and Veda. What are the characteristics of these types of people?
So Vata is made up of air and space. Vata is made
We lost Effie.
document.
Yeah, he came back.
Fimo, δεν σ' ακούμε. Fimo, we don't hear you. We don't hear you.
I don't know if I'm...
Τώρα σε ακούμε.
Okay. So I will repeat again.
Thank you.
So again, Vata is made of... Okay. I'll have to do something here. Just a second. Can you hear me now?
Ναι.
Air and space. So air and space is the most subtlest of the elements. I don't know if you can still hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, so is cold, okay? So yeah.
I think, Effie, it seems your connection has some issues and we are losing you in between.
Yeah. So what about now?
Better.
Okay. I closed, I think, all the applications that I had open, so maybe obviously this will be much better now. So again, shall I again talk about Vata? Shall I repeat it again?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay. So Vata. Okay. So let's say you're a Vata. Yeah. Who is a Vata? Lina is a Vata. Yeah. Alkis is a Vata. So do you experience coldness in your extremities sometimes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is a quality inherent in Vata. Do you have dry skin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bravo. Do you have a roughness in your skin? Sometimes you feel like, you know, you need more moisture because you're made up of more air and space. Okay. Do you experience that your mental body is very moving here and there, here and there, here and there, here and there, or you feel like you want to move and dance and whatever here and there, here and there? Yeah. So Vatas are usually the ones that are the movers, the dancers, the artists are Vata. Alki, that's why you're an artist in your own way of and a musician. And they change. Vatas change. So today they want the blue, and in 5 minutes they want the green, and then it's yellow, and then you understand. So there is a changeability and a movement. So Vata has all these qualities. Yeah. All right. So that's Vata. Then we have Pitta. Pitta is fire and water. It's composed of fire and water, and it's the quality of boiling water if it's aggravated, and it's the quality of lukewarm water, of nice feeling warm water when it's not. So Pitta has the qualities of being hot. That means it's warming. It's not something that is cold. It's the complete opposite of Vata. So Pitta people, they become angry very easily and very fast. I have Pitta in my constitution. I can tell you that when I get angry, nobody should be near me. I can, you know, like fire comes out. Yeah. So Pitta is also has an intensity. Pitta people are very intense. You know, you meet them, there's something intense about them. They are penetrating. They are quite magnetic sometimes because of this fire that they have inside. They can attract and give out this fieriness. They are quite intelligent and sharp. Okay, either in their mind or in their ways, and there is an acidic quality in Pitta. Yeah. Okay. So basically, that's Pitta. What else? And then we have Kapha, which is made up of earth and water. Okay. Yeah. So earth and water, it's the heaviest of all. It's the heaviest of all it's the heaviest of all the elements. We start with the subtlest, which is air and space. Then we go to fire and water, and then we have basically the kapha, which is earth and water. So it's a heavy constitution. Usually, people who are kaphas are quite well built. Usually, not always. there is a slowness about kapha. There is a stability and a steadiness about them. There is a solid, you know, like a kapha, if he's your friend for life. He's there. He's like a mountain, he or she. All right. So there is it's a very good aspect to have kapha in your constitution. Yeah, it's not only that you're heavy or whatever, when it's balanced. But there is also a coldness in kapha because of the moisture of the water and earth. So when you touch the earth that is wet, you feel this coldness. Yeah. And there is an oiliness and a softness in the qualities of kapha. Okay, so it's important to learn the gunas, to learn the in Ayurveda it's good to learn the shrotas, that means the channels where these energies, these elements are moving through. It's important to learn the qualities of the gunas or the inherent nature of the elements, and it's important to understand how they react during the day, how they are you, the season, the seasons that are pitta, the seasons that are kapha, the seasons that are vata. And so when you start to observe all these things that is going outside yourself, then you can understand yourself also a little bit more. Although it takes quite a long time, and still I am still sometimes wondering about my own research, because I read something, then I find out something else. So it's a lifelong study. If you want to study it, it's very, it's inspiring, and it's a very much like Swadhyaya. It's very much like self-study. You learn more about who you are, and I think everybody likes to, at one point in their life, get there, to know who we are, why we came, what is our connection with the earth and the elements, because that's where we came from. And Ayurveda has this magic. And when you have a daily routine, it's very grounding. It helps all your bodies come into alignment. And it gives you this sense of, I'm more in control of the fluctuations of the elements and the doshas in my system. And I'm going with the flow of the seasons. I'm listening to myself, and I'm looking after myself. And that's why it's called also the science of long life. And basically it wants people, Ayurveda wants people to be well, to feel well in all aspects, you know, not just the body to be well, but not just to look young or not but also the mental body and the emotional body. And that's the challenge, because most people just look after their physical body. Ayurveda tries to deal with all the bodies. It's a holistic science.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Effie, I had few questions. If anybody, So first thing is that I have a problem of waking up early in the morning.
You have a problem of waking up, or you want to sleep more, or you want to wake up earlier?
No, my thing is that I woke up around 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock or 4:30.
So there is a vata imbalance in the system that you need to remedy. Yeah.
Okay, so for that we need to do oiling.
So vata needs oiling, proper food, and proper sleep.
Okay.
Yeah. So vata, when it's aggravated, vata cannot sleep. Not only in a vata person, but in a person that doesn't have vata element very much. When the person is saying, I have a problem with sleep, it means their vata is in imbalance. So what happened? So vata needs warm food to feel safe. It needs massage. It needs grounding food. Definitely a daily practice that keeps you, I'm here, I'm on the ground, I'm not flying out of the window and into the space. Vata needs a very, very rigid schedule with, I wake up at 5, I meditate at 5:30. I got, it needs very, very good program to keep in balance. And also there are Vata pacifying herbs that you can take, and basically a routine for Vata: daily massage, sleeping earlier, going offline, not being too much, reading, or maybe listening to music is very good for Vata. It calms them. Many things.
Okay. And you said about oiling. So oiling depends.
So oiling, a lot of oiling. So here, this part of the head, there are many marma points. Ashtipadi, there are many, many marma points, very important marma points that need to be oiled. If you have a Vata imbalance, or you are very mental and too much agitation, oil every day, warm oil, this part. And you oil clockwise with the palm of your hand. And you just tell your mamas to take this oil and to pacify and to calm you down. You also, Vata, you oil the back of your ears. This is a seat of Vata also.
Okay. Any particular oil that we need to use?
Warm sesame, any warm oil. That also, if you like some essential oil, something that you like to smell, that makes you feel good, put it in. Not too much, but put it in. For how long do you leave the oil on the head? You leave it for as long as you can. If you can put it at night and wash it off the next day, do so. The more we oil our head, all of us, irrespective if we are Kapha, Pitta, Vata, the more you oil the head, because now also we're going through this Corona thing and we're thinking too much what's going to happen, or everybody has a lot of stress. Oil the top of your head. Make a thing, at least if you can't do it daily with a few drops, do it 2 or 3 times a week. You will see the difference. A lot of people, they come to yoga, like, okay, in the past when the studio was open, and they would say, I don't sleep. I always oil yourself, but they think that it's not. It's because Vata dries up. So Vata needs a lot of oil. If you have dryness in your feet, it means there is dryness upstairs as well. If you are a Vata, you have dry skin. So give yourself more oil. Take little bit more oil in your salad. Take it inside and take it from outside as well.
Some people say that instead of oiling, if you use moisturizers and cream, body cream, and all those things. So do you recommend them, or oiling is better?
Moisturizers, I don't recommend them unless they're organic and they've got no synthetics in them. If you can find a good moisturizer that, listen to your body and see how it reacts. Oil has more effect, because especially because it can go deeper inside. It can travel inside the system. The moisturizer stays on the surface unless it's like a really amazing wow moisturizer. The reason why we use oil in Ayurveda is that it enters and goes into the system, and it lubricates also from the inside. It's not so easy to do it with the moisturizing cream. It's not accepted so easily into the body as oil is. And always, yes, I did not mention, use cold pressed oils. Don't go for the cheap oils. go and get a good organic oil from the organic store. Okay, cold pressed. Actually, the more natural it is, like also the food that you eat for vata, you take for a few weeks, Vivek, if you have like this thing, take some very good, even expensive organic food, warm food, it might make the difference. And vata, they eat and they do many things at the same time. When you are eating, you eat. You don't look at the computer, you don't watch TV, yeah? So grounding, sitting, meditating, and being more present is the right thing to do for vata.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Somebody else?
Even olive oil is good for massaging the...
Olive oil, yes, is very good. Olive oil is good. Lavender, I saw that Lina wrote something. Lavender is good. Yes, I have always thought that lavender is calming, but it has come to my conscious awareness that some people are repulsed by it. So it's always listen. Like, for example, some people are more attracted to rose oil and sandalwood oil. Yeah. So also listen to what your body likes. If you like olive oil, you go for the olive oil. If you like castor oil, go for the castor oil. Actually, castor oil is very, very good, but it's a very heavy oil, so it doesn't work well. So lighter oil. Yeah, castor oil is good for the navel and the anus. I cannot, and if you do a lot of Ashtanga practice and you have a problem with your muscles and you are your muscles are very overworked, castor oil massage, but get someone to walk all over you with their feet and do the castor oil. Otherwise, it's a very thick oil. But for vata, you could try, Vivek, and let us know. Castor oil is very, very good. Very, 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 very heavy. So if you have vata, it will immediately take away all this dryness and bring back a balance. But then again, it depends how you react to the oil. You have to make some. Experiments.
A skin eczema that I have on my head, Effie, could benefit from oil massaging.
Now the skin eczema is a pitta imbalance. Everything that comes to the surface of your skin, whether it's a rash or it's acne or whatever. So that definitely needs a cooling oil, and it would also might not work with oil. It could work with neem oil, which is cooling, or neem powder. Okay. So that ask Swarup Alkimu, ask him. Okay. He will definitely tell you what to do because he also knows you very well. But so you see, it depends on what's going on. If you have your vata, but you might have a pitta imbalance, you might have a eczema, or you might have a rash. So it doesn't mean because you're a vata, you put the oil for vata. You have to look at the symptom and see what it is. Okay. Yeah. So the eczema is a pitta, and pitta first comes out on the skin, and when the pitta gets more aggravated, you have problems of the eyes, and then you go to the liver. So every dosha has a specific organ that it attacks first, second, third, and from that the doctors can tell you where you are, to which part you are imbalanced. Yeah, because they will see that you have the symptoms of pitta, or you have the symptoms of imbalanced vata. Like Vivek has, let's say, some imbalanced vata because lack of sleep, let's say, is a symptom of imbalance of vata.
I think I am vata pitta from Swarup diagnosis.
So yeah. So most of us are a combination of 2 and sometimes 3 doshas. I have rarely met people that are a monodosha, just one, but there are. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Somebody else? I hope it was illuminating in some respects. Because there's so much to say.
Oh,
But a
Effie, hi,
daily
it's
routine,
Natasha.
sorry?
Hi, it's Natasha. It was definitely a brand new experience for me. And thank you so much for inviting me. And I must say that I find it so refreshing to get all this knowledge. I'm going to follow up. I'll do the questionnaire to identify myself, although I think you may know very well what I am.
I know. I know what you are.
And I'll give you sometime, shortly. I just have a very quick question. What is the minimum period that you can do, let's say, this treatment? Because we all live very kind of intense lifestyles, and it may be a little bit difficult to do it for, let's say, 3 months. So what's the minimum time?
No. What do you mean by treatment? You mean the daily routine?
Yeah.
The daily routine, listen, the daily routine is something that you will, it's like taking a vow, that I'm going to look after myself. So you can try to incorporate this daily routine in your life, and siga you will see that it will help you so much that you will not stop it. And when you, of course, you have to have the time to do it. But I recommend you do it for 21 days, okay? And see how you feel.
Okay, thank you.
If you can take it on for 21 days, you will probably go on for another 21. But if you can't, at least try to take the challenge of 21 days and have a journal and see, how is my mental body? How are my emotions? Am I feeling better? Do I have more energy? Is my, you will start to get an understanding of how it has helped you or has not helped you. But 99% of the times, people that take time for self-care, to meditate a little bit, to breathe a little bit, to oil themselves a little bit, they realize that this extra hour that they took out of their day and they invested it in their well-being, it has borne fruits. It has been able to give them something back. It's like when we meditate regularly, we feel much better than when we skip meditation for a few days or whatever. If you're or let's say if you go to the gym very often and then something happens to you and you don't go to the gym, then there's something missing,
Yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot.
Good. Is anybody else would like to ask or add or?
When is the next session?
Yeah, well, basically, I think the next one will be Vata Dosha. I will explain Vata Dosha in great detail. And a lot of people have, then that's another thing. That's an art of living thing. What is that? That's the 26th to the 28th of March. It's a Kriya thing, right? It's a Sudarshan Kriya. That's a good thing to do. But I will probably a lot of people have asked me to do some work on the elements, understanding the elements in detail. So I will start a course later on in April. So basically I will put it up on Santosa and see who signs up. I recommend that you take meditation. I recommend that you all learn Kriya. I recommend that you all work on yourselves. Because this Ayurveda will link up with your yoga, with your meditation, with your self-knowledge. And Ayurveda takes a long time. So if you want to study, we will study together. I think the next one that I will do will be on Vata, or understanding Vata. And then I will do a course on 5 weekends where I will go through the 5 elements in great detail. So you can understand what they do in the food, in your balance, etc. If you understand the 5 elements in great detail, then your understanding of Ayurveda is easier. Yeah. But it takes a commitment, and we will see. We will see. Good. Thank you all very much. I am very glad to see some people I haven't seen in years, actually, and they have been here. They came, and thank you for your time. There are people from the UK. There are people from Greece. I don't know. I think Charbel, you are in Qatar. I don't know anybody. Eleni is in Finland. It's quite an international crowd. And thank you for coming tonight.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Effie.
you so much, Effie.
Thank you for organizing this, Effie.
You look very nice, Effie.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Alkim.
You are gorgeous.
Yeah,
the daily routine is working for you.
Definitely. I had a picture to show you of what happens to someone when they do panchakarma. Okay, so I don't know if I can just share it. I found it the other day. I don't know if it's possible. Is it possible?
We don't see it.
No. Anyway, it's maybe I'll show it some other time. But it's amazing what happens when you do these practices, and you you know, and you devote time to let go of the things that you are carrying. Yeah. So
yes,
basically, it's okay. You should think about devoting more time to your well-being, and to devote more time in understanding your elements. This is very important. So for example, my elements are fire, water, and earth. So I need more air and space. I need to put more air and space. I become very intense. I become very emotional. Yeah. So it's good to be a little bit vata for me, spaced out a little bit, you know. Yeah. So
yes,
you will understand yourself when you understand your elements. See what's missing and try to become a little bit more of that. Yeah. So yeah.
yes, yes.
So thank you all. I will definitely announce the next one, and I will let you know of the 5 elements course if you're interested. Send me an email or write to me on Facebook, and I will let you know when that happens. And have a great green 21 days, starting with a nice Ayurvedic routine.
Okay, Effie, thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Effie.
Thank you. Kalinishka.
Kalinishka, good night. Bye-bye.
Kalinishka.
Bye-bye. Okay, I don't know how to.
Good night, everybody. Thank you, Vivek.
Thank you. Bye-bye.